Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and take a step into this cabin, the Trapper's Homestead. Ooh, a Trapper's Homestead, did you say? There's a safe in here. I'm gonna take that shit. There's a can opener. This actually seems like the place that I didn't know this existed. Yeah, this seems like the place that I'd find a gun, if anything. Oh, a sewing kit. Don't know why you'd have that in there. Bandage. Those are useful. That's a locked locker. We have up here a tinder plug. That's useful. Antibiotics, very useful for when you have something like food poisoning. Antiseptic, useful. Reclaimed wood. That means that we have more wood in here that we can go all the way over to this wood. And there's a thing right there. A thingamajigger that you can use. That's a thing. Yeah. In terms of what firewood would you like to use, it really doesn't matter. If you fail in terms of starting the fire, we do have an accelerant here, so we'll just use that. Now, I don't have to use an accelerant, and if I fail when using this accelerant, I do lose it. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this reclaimed wood to the fire so I can continue looting this place without having to do anything else.
I could use this.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, Shepard. Oh, there's a workbench here. I didn't know that exists. Alright, there's a workbench, guys. That exists. Some cloth up here. Cloth can be used to repair items. So a candy bar, accelerant. And of course, a hunting rifle, baby. That's what we want. We have a safe here. I'm going to assume that safe has the ammunition inside of it. Precautionary thing, you know. Oh. Well, that's an interesting thing. I don't think I'm going to be using it all that much, to be honest. But it's interesting nonetheless. As you can see, there's doors that you can search. Anymore. I doubt anybody needs newsprint anymore, Shepard. We're just calling him Shepard now because I do believe it's the same voice actor. Just as the female model has the same voice actor as the female femshep. As femshep, so yeah. That's pretty interesting to know, I suppose. I could be entirely wrong. I'm just repeating what I've heard. And everything, mind you, everything that you hear from me should be considered hearsay until it is confirmed or deconfirmed by your looking on the forums or something of the likes. Really, it doesn't overly matter, so now that we've given the good once-over on this place, we've given it the twice-over, we're going to take a look at the safe. Never once have I safe cracked before. So, I'm going to be really quiet now. There we go, baby. You will go past 0. But where past 0 are you? It is interesting to know that if you change the left and right movement keys, or A and D, to a different item, or a different thing, you will need to use those keys to turn the dial, as you do use A and D to turn this dial. Jesus Christ, there it is. Do recall, you do have to go past 0 again on 3 combination locks in order to unlock the 3rd tumbler. But who knows, it might just be a random number generator. Then again, there could be a combination to it. Never once in my life have I ever done this before. Ah! There it is. There it is, baby. What do you got for me? Boom! Knew it! So what do we do? Damn. That's not available. So anyways, here's our lantern. Okay, so right now we've got some kerosene in it. So that's useful. And let's check what time it is. Right now it is 13:30. So what does that mean? that means that we can go outside and we can just do some things out there really quickly. And that would actually be advisable right now to go back to that deer corpse that we saw in that little barn out. Okay, I'm going to say right now, I bet you 40 bucks I can get down there and back without doing anything wrong. Okay, don't sprint downhill. Calmly and safely. That's how we do things here. I am not going to hunt in this. I don't even like going out in this. Oh, wait. But I could. Hey, guys. Get a fucking bolt action bullet in there, that you little piece of shit. You don't need to load all 5. Stop loading. Seriously, stop your shit. Okay, you can only kill animals and stuff with this rifle. Okay, come on. Ooh, this guy's being picky about it, isn't he? Boom. Headshot. And by the way, when you're hunting, yes, that is the best way of hunting a deer, if you can do it, is to shoot it in the head. Preferably somewhere in the head that is, you know, not all that hidden behind anything. But we're going to harvest the meat. All of it. Then we're going to go to hide. Now, we're going to start freezing. We're going to start losing calories. But the hide, I do believe, can be used like cloth. I do believe. Never once have I actually done anything. Now, there we go. We got the cold thing there because it started snowing. I don't know what the gut does, but we're going to harvest it. Why? Because why not? And then what we're going to do is we're going to head back. See, yeah, we're losing some condition here. And we're going to put away our gun, of course. We don't need to leave that out. And we're going to go head back inside. And what we're going to do is we're going to start a fire again. Because, yes, did you know that that fire has already burnt out? That's right, that was a 2-hour fire. You've just passed those 2 hours. Just like that. What did you do in that time? You killed the deer. And you gutted it. That's all you did. So here's what we're going to do. Now that we're back inside, our condition will slowly go from freezing back to what it would normally be. But, and you see, we picked up some accelerant. So we're going to use that. We don't have any cardboard matches, and you can't use a magnifying lens inside as far as I know. But cedar and fir have two different things. Fir, as you can see, you have a less chance of starting the fire, but it will burn for longer. But since we have the cedar wood, we're going to use it, and then we're going to go from there and add the fir wood. Oh dear. Add the fir wood onto the fire and start cooking our meat. Giggity, giggity. Inside is the safest place to be. And yes, I do have quite a lot of venison to cook, and no, this is not going to be enough time to cook it in. Which is kind of bullshit, if you ask me, because the amount of venison that you can get to the amount of venison that you need to the amount of venison that you can cook on a fire that is 2 hours long, because you're cooking one of these pieces of venison per cook. You're not cooking them all, which is, again, a bullshit thing. But right now, from what I can recall, we don't really need anything like a bit of water or anything like that. We're far from needing water. But I do believe I can cook one last piece of venison on this before it gets put out. There you go. Now what we're going to do is, because we're inside, and this guy's got, you know, just this guy. He's this guy. I mean, for freak's sake, he's a huntsman. We're going to go in through here. We're going to start foraging some wood. Except that we're not, because we need to go into our equipment and eat into food and drink. Actually, eat things. This beef jerky's high, so we're going to eat that. And when I say high, I mean high on the condition of the item. The condition of the item does affect whether or not you'll get food poisoning. If you want a good tip on this, don't eat anything below that's 35 or below. This candy bar I wouldn't really risk, so I'm just going to drop it. And the reason why I'm eating these things that are like the preserved items rather than the cooked items, because look at this. 1,000 calories from some venison. Damn. And look at all the other raw stuff that we got. Now, these are also quite heavy when you look at it. Okay, we're not going to risk that. Get out of here. But everything here looks to be good. So why don't we start with our lowest piece right here, some cooked venison. We're thirsty right now. We don't have anything else to drink like that. But what we can do is start foraging some wood. I'm going to forage, personally, for 4 hours in here for some reclaimed wood. Because, well, it's the only thing we have. I'm going to be dying of dehydration afterwards. There's a backpack. Where's the fucking stove? I can hardly see in here. I know you can't see worth jack shit. So there's the bed. There's the bench. There's the wood stove. So we're going to use another bit of accelerant. Oh, but we don't have any... so what we're going to do is harvest. We're going to go into here. And we're going to take this newsprint, and we're just going to harvest one of them. We don't need all of them to be harvested. And we're tired, because we're carrying around a lot of things. You're going to notice yourself start to get tired really quickly. But so long as you don't have to sleep, you shouldn't sleep. So let's start the fire. We're using reclaimed wood and some accelerant. Now, once again, we have a risk of losing the accelerant, but we didn't lose it. The light's going to take a little bit... the light's going to get a little bit weird from time to time. And right now, we're going to go ahead and melt some 1 liter worth of water. Because right now, we need 1 liter worth of water to even stop this. And then we're going to go catch some sleep. We're gonna ditch the rest of this raw venison because...
horse.
Yeah, whatever. We're gonna ditch the rest of this raw venison because it will not last as long as the cooked, and even the cooked won't last that long. But anyways, here we go. We've drunk some water. Our thirst is all the way down, but we're also hungry. So in our equipment, we have some venison cooked. Let's eat it. This is 1,000 calories. 1,000 calories is equal to exactly, well, you know what, we're going to go ahead and take it, because this is actually pretty darn good on that. And we're going to cook these 3. Well, we'll see how much we're going to cook in a moment. There's just my buddy starting to try to annoy me. I'm going to ignore him for now. He's a good friend of mine, but he wants me to join TeamSpeak all the time. And I don't blame him. He and I are good friends, so yeah. Going ahead and boiling another liter of water. That's all that we're going to have time for. We're not going to be able to do anything else, because it takes a while to do things. Now, you don't have to boil the water if this was a real survival scenario. You don't have to boil the water in order to actually assure your safety from it, if this was real life. However, this isn't real life. This is hardcore. Okay, of course, as you can see, once again, we've already consumed a lot of our stuff here. So we're going to go into these pinnacle peaches. We're going to eat it. Now, the can opener will degrade very quickly. So you're going to want to go ahead and keep your eye on it. All in all, it could definitely... This game definitely does need a realism mode. And if you want to know what I mean by realism mode, I mean an option that you choose before you begin the game that says, how would you like to play your game? Do you want to play it in terms of realism, or do you want to play it in terms of hard? Do you want a hard game? Do you want an easy game? You know, what do you prefer? Kind of thing. I've already suggested this on their forums, but of course they still do have quite a lot to do. Okay. I have a hunting rifle. I've got some hide, apparently. We're going to look at materials and see what we got from that. So we got 2 cloth. Don't know what the gut is used for. We got leather. We got newsprint, and some rolls there. Now, we also had some clothing that we picked up. I'm not sure if you remember. We've got a basic wool hat, which, by the way, is shit. Don't use that. But we have this wool scarf right here. So we're going to wear that. We have the cotton underwear. We're not going to repair any of these, of course, unless they desperately need it, such as those thin wool sweater right there, I believe it was, has, yeah, 35% left. So what we're going to do is, since we don't have any cloth to fix this, we're going to need 1 cloth to fix it. We're going to go straight into here to our basic wool hat here, and we're going to harvest it. Harvest, harvest, harvest. We have 65% fuel in the lantern. And then we're going to go to our repair menu here, and we have a sewing kit.